Hi, this is Marianne Maldonado. Thank you for coming here today. Here is my end result, 8th grade graduate. I am lifting Melissa Vining, and we are participating along with about 35 other people in a scrap lifting YouTube hop. We've each been given a name of a participant that we need to lift, and then that person lifts someone else, and then that person lifts someone else. So anyway, this hop is going from April 1st to May 7th, so make sure you try to hit everybody along the road. There's some great inspiration. So I started with my triangles. Melissa used hearts, but I decided to do diamonds, not triangles, and I'm using Vicki Boutin. It's a lot of fun, and her background paper is already prepared for me. I love these background papers. I can just build right on top of them and pretend that I did all of the work myself. So I just tried to coordinate the papers with the photos that I want to use for my son's graduation from 8th grade. And I combined two collections, Wildflower and her new color collection, maybe Color Me collection. Anyway, all of them are just absolutely stunning. Her colors are rich and deep, and they all blend well together, but they're all different too. So I'm just lining up my diamonds. I chose diamonds instead of hearts because I want it to be a little more masculine. I do have a touch of pink in there, and I have some orange in there, which I'm in the photo, so I think it's okay. I do use a lot of foam tape. You can see that I've layered almost all of these diamonds with foam tape, and I'll also use some foam behind my photos and some of the embellishments. I am also going around with just my fingernail and kind of lifting up each edge of each paper just for a little more dimension. It gives a little more shadow. Really doesn't do anything to the page. It doesn't distress the page at all. It just turns it up slightly. Look at the back of that paper. I almost wish these were single-sided papers because the backs are just as beautiful as the fronts. I do place my diamonds off to the left side a little bit more than Melissa did. I think her heart was in the center, if I remember correctly. She also used one photo, and I'm here using two here. Now, a lift is just a jumping off point. You can switch things up from what you're lifting so much. I did want to make sure that I had a busy background, that hence the mixed media, already pre-made mixed media page with all of those stars. And I bring in some gold circles at the end here too, but she used a staple to tag her, or to adhere her tab to the photo. So I did the same thing. And then she does have some words below her photo, and I wanted to make sure I had some as well. So a ton of awesome is what I use. It's a great tag, great little addition to my title. It's like a little subtitle. And I do add some twine. She doesn't have any twine on her layout, but again, when you scrap lift, it's just a jumping off point. It's kind of like a sketch. You create and do your take, your style when you lift someone. It's not a direct lift. It's very heavily inspired by her, that's for sure. And I did sew all my edges of my triangles. I keep saying triangles, my diamonds. And I also sewed the outer edge of my white paper, but you probably won't see that unless there's a close-up. You can see it in real life, but not in many of these photos. Again, I'm using a little bit of foam tape behind the right side of that photo so it doesn't collapse on me. And here I'm trying to find some ephemera that I want to add that doesn't make the layout too feminine because it is about my son, but I'm in the photo so it can have a few flowers and it can have some pink, but I didn't want it to be massively covered in florals and pinks. And now Melissa's take is a bowl of sushi. So it's okay what color she uses too. Now, I could take her layout and completely put my photos right on top of it. It's not that feminine. It's really stunning. I think she uses 5 layers of hearts, and I believe I used 4 layers of diamonds. I brought in a few more touches of the gold. The arrows pointing to my photos. And they do, again, bring in the gold from the stars that you see on the pre-made background. A few more word sentiments to try to match up with her word sentiments. I lowered some of mine. And then here you see I added every single gold sticker on those 6x12 sticker sheet that Vicki put out. And then this is not my trick. I stole this from someone else. I think we all have done it once or twice. It's a great way to add your title and to keep things straight and to get it all where exactly you want it to be, and then to adhere it to your page. It's just a trick of the trade. I definitely did not invent this. And I mess it up a little bit, but then I don't really push that hard, so it's easy to stick them back on or adjust them a little bit if you have to. And I knew my grade was the longest word, so I wanted to put that down first to make sure that's straight, and then everything else should fall into place. I'm so far behind on my scrapbooking. I can't believe I'm just now scrapbooking his 8th grade. He's now a sophomore. I mean, I take so many photos, and I have so much fun with all of the things that we do. Did you see I almost spelled grad wrong? Yeah, that would have been great. Then they'd have been sending me back to 8th grade. Oh, I don't think I could pass 8th grade right now anyway. Kids today are so much smarter than I ever was. There we go. There's the title. Finally. And then I just lifted up that gold arrow that I had on there before. And here's a few close-ups of my layout. I hope that you have enjoyed hopping along with me. Next, you will see the person that we're supposed to jump to next in the comments below.